The inauguration of the capacity building center for and conferences, and it is important here to recall and remember our heroes in the Ministry of Justice since the establishment, the first establishment, and even in the Central Equatoria. So we are informed that this hall will be named after the late Samuel Lupai Center for Human Resource, recognition of the efforts of the son of the state and son of the Central Equatoria, and at the same time the first minister of the Ministry of Legal Affairs during the late 70s. Because of the program of the Honorable Minister of Justice, we will adjust the program whereby after my speech we will be opening he will be opening the center, and then we will be honoring him for the tremendous effort that is giving toward the Republic of South Sudan citizens and the Minister of Justice, and then the Honorable Under Secretary will continue with us the last of the program as agreed. So the mission of this mission and vision of this center, we are looking forward to become a leading center of excellence in the public prosecution and also in the civil litigation and legal opinion as the co-function of the Ministry of Justice by building the capacity of all the personnel in the Ministry of Justice and even in the legal sector in the Republic of Sudan by 2025. There is other guests are coming. Also, the director of the prison service, and also we have among us the Bar Association, the chairperson of the Bar Association, James Otay, and all of our guests are still coming. And when everyone comes, we will recognize them. The mission also derived from the mission of the Ministry of Justice. So we are looking also forward to enhance the service orientation, transparency and accountability of the public prosecution at the state level and even the legal councils by building their capacities. Also through specialized legal education, training, consultancy, research and capacity building, strategic litigation and advocacy and publication. We have a good resource and we have committed donors and partners with the concern of the Ministry of Justice. We will be trying to have this capacity building realized. Our objective under the ministry and under the legal administration here for this center will be that the center shall, with the view of improving the legal profession, not only the public prosecution attorney and legal counsel in terms of their ethical standards, and also we will be specifically looking forward to achieve the following. Number one, to provide knowledge, to provide skill, to provide experience, to provide support to all the legal practitioners so that they will be excellent in their work, in their career, and so they will be creating a positive impact in the country. Number two, also, the other objective, we will be working very hard so that we will see that there is a design training, there is a design educational program for a different field of law. For example, we will be starting by having specific training for 2 days or 3 for issues of money laundering and human trafficking in the country. The center also will be looking to achieve the objective of maintaining a positive culture based on the open dialogue, the strong legal knowledge, and support of innovation ideas. So we'll be receiving innovation ideas. We're also looking positively to engage with the public so that the center will be used also to educate and activate demand for the good governance practice at all levels of the society, and also provide consultancy service. We will be looking forward to also have a code of conduct or also conduct a regular training, regular workshop, regular seminar, regular conferences. This hall is limited for 50 participants. This is the maximum. We get some of the new technology we will see in the opening, so that the environment will be very good for learning. We will be conducting also through the participants and the consultants who will be brought a research on the laws and legislation with the objective of improving and incorporating positive custom and tradition. Before concluding also, I would like to bring to your attention that the core value of this center is guided by the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, laws, rules and regulations to ensure that the rule of law and the prompt justice are prevalent in the legal sector in the Republic of South Sudan. Also, the center will work to improve efficiency in the legal professions and ensuring that adequate capacity building provide and ensure proper rules, sound standard, practice, ethics are established. In particular, the principle of non-discrimination, principle of equality, principle of human dignity, human rights, and respect for everyone. and also we will be adopting a human rights-based approach to all of the activities in support with the Ministry of Justice and the other partners. The Center also will commit itself to act with excellence and professionalism and be effective and efficient in use of the resource and reporting to the ministry and donors in terms of if they have a specific grant given to the center. And then also we'll be using as the beginning for our the main center, the main institute that are the mandate of the ministry for acquired, we can be available also the higher level meeting of the senior management of the ministry, meetings of the legal council. In conclusion, I would like also to appreciate the role being played by the enabled Honorable Minister of Justice in the administration of this ministry, which achieved the strategic plan of the ministry. So this is for the public to know that the strategic plan of the ministry is already approved by the Council of the Ministers, and even now the ministry on the level of printing. So we are looking forward also to have support also from our stakeholders and partners, so that this strategic plan will be disseminated in all levels of the government and will be materialized. Again, we also would like to congratulate the Honorable Minister and the leadership for the promotion that are carried out in the Ministry of Justice, general promotion for the whole legal councils, starting from the highest position, consul generals, until the lower level legal council, and also for recommending enable Honorable the Undersecretary, Dr. Jibril, to be the Undersecretary of the Ministry in the coming years to come. We will fully cooperate with the new Undersecretary. We are very happy because he is one of our brilliant and experienced lawyers among the other consul generals. So we'll be looking forward also to work hands in hand. Legal administration of Central Equatoria, always looking forward. This because we have our partners here. We'll be happy if we gain some of the support in this area. We are looking forward to develop, implement, and maintain an effective and efficient case management system, electronical and manual, and also the standard. So this is one of the projects is undergoing. Forward to have also expeditiously handle and dispose cases in the matter in accordance with the standard. So we need also a standard to be developed for disposing of the cases so that delay will not be caused again in the future. We're looking forward also to have public prosecution attorneys at the level of the state, well-trained, capacity enhanced, so that we'll be able to deliver service to all counties at the state level, and also Payams and Pumas, because our vision this coming months will be toward the counties level, whereby we'll try to find resources to build at the level of county. We are looking forward to promote ethics and accountability within the state legal administration and public prosecution. And finally, also, we are looking forward to enhance the capacity of the state public prosecution in terms of the serious crime and handling, and also have coordination with the law enforcement agents that you will see the honorables from the Ministry of Interior, from the prison, from also the other sectors of the law. A small statistic of today to ensure that we are trying to achieve this goal. For example, within the 2 months, the public prosecution attorney were able to handle and refer 32 cases of murder to the court, and now it's being under prosecution by the public prosecutors. We have also increased in the number of rape cases. We refer 47 cases and under prosecution. We also have increased number of robbery, like 29 cases referred to the courts under prosecution. And also for the drugs, we have transnational drug being imported to Sudan, and we able to convict like 3 of them in 1 month. So there is an achievement. We have also 2 cases of forgery referred to the court. And the investigation we have for the 2 months only, we have like 74 cases of serious crime still under investigation. For the other crimes, we have like 166 cases of other crimes referred to the court. And the inmate for the 2 months is like 166. This increased only in the 2 months for 3 months. Finally, I'm very happy to have Minister of Justice today visiting the legal administration of Central. Also to congratulate him, to appreciate him for the support he is giving, and also the Undersecretary for the legal administration. Thank you.
By the legal administration of Central Equatoria State, which is historic in nature. Historic in the sense that the facility that we are officially inaugurating was conceived and implemented by the staff of legal administration of Central Equatoria State. I want to believe this is a big measure of success for the Ministry of Justice, for the government of South Sudan, and for the people of South Sudan, because they did it, they achieved it within their meager resources. I don't want to believe that this is a gift from any of our partners, as has always been the case. The fact that South Sudanese can rely on themselves and create their own environment that advances their development agenda with very clear objectives means we are heading in the right direction. Mabruk Sabri with your team. We would want to follow this example in all our administrative units. We have heard the mission you have outlined, your vision about it, the objectives, and happily, all of these are what the mandate of the Ministry of Justice is all about. We will, at our level, join hands with you to achieve those objectives. I'm very happy and honored that this facility is dedicated to one of the pioneers of the legal system of South Sudan, a giant of legal education and practice, our late Samuel Lupai. I would expect by this example will also honor those colleagues of his who are alive and dead in similar situations. That was a very brilliant idea to dedicate the facility to Uncle Samuel Lupai. Most of you, of course, didn't know him in person. But for those of us who witnessed him and the pioneering work he did in promoting the legal sector in Southern Sudan, then, which is now the Republic of South Sudan, we will always cherish his name, his efforts. Let me finally say, it was yesterday that the ministry celebrated the appointment of the Undersecretary. And here today, the first official function that the Undersecretary is taking up is the opening of this facility. I take it as an example of a promise for the future of the Ministry of Justice. And in this regard, I don't have much to say, but to thank those of our sisterly institutions and stakeholders who came to celebrate with us in the officiating this facility.
Honorable Undersecretary of the Ministry of Justice, my colleagues, the judges in the judiciary of South Sudan, justices and judges in the judiciary of South Sudan, members of the police, honorable guests, my colleagues, the legal counsels, I'm very happy to stand before you celebrating this occasion, which is actually very historic. For those who do not know me, I was formerly the DPP, Director of Public Prosecutions in the Ministry of Justice for the last 10 years, from 2009 to 2020. And my colleague Sabri, for those who might not have known him properly, I could say that this is one of the dynamic lawyers in the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. Let me go back a bit. While I was in the position of DPP, somebody was in one of the states. He was in northern Barakazar. And one of my colleagues who had worked with him there, head of legal administration, and somebody was the next person, he was then transferred to deployed to the headquarters. He came and confided to me that, look, if you want to effectively render legal services, then you seek for assistance of Sabri. I got that piece of advice, and at the time it was my colleague Jeremiah Swaka who was the Undersecretary Minister of Justice. He was a friend to me actually, apart from being my colleague. And I said, look, my friend, I want this Sabri from Northern Barakazar to come and work with me. He did not accept what I was saying immediately. But when I insisted, he said, okay, I will do so. And Sabri got transferred from Northern Barakazar to the headquarters of the Ministry of Justice, specifically to the Directorate of Public Prosecutions, deputizing me. And I'm happy that this is what Sabri has now done. And I was sure that when he got deployed to this legal administration, I was sure that he will do wonders. Why? Because Sabri did a lot, and actually, I would repeat my happiness that Sabri is one of those who have not refused to learn and get trained. I'm happy that Sabri got trained under me for the last 10 years. Sabri was almost hated, or was actually hated by some of his colleagues. Why? Because he would from time to time travel with me, attending conferences, workshops in the countries of the region. We even traveled to Austria. You remember something? Attending the conference on human trafficking and smuggling of migrants. Sabri attended several trainings on anti-money laundering related cases.
Of justice and constitutional development in the Republic of South Sudan, and my recognition fully and congratulations at the same time to our learned colleague, Dr. Gabriel Isaac Awow, for fully being entrusted the responsibility of the Undersecretary in the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Development. Congratulations to you, Doctor. Similar recognition to all the consuls, the senior legal consuls who win the trust of the minister and the president to be promoted to the level of consul generals. My congratulations to all of you who are here. I also recognize the President of Justice, the President of the Court of Appeal for Greater Equatorial Circuit, who is with us present, and all the members of the Court of Appeal and the Judiciary of South Sudan in general who are present here. I also recognize the presence of all the armed forces leadership who are here, and more specifically the legal administration in the Ministry of Interior. And I recognize also the presence of our colleagues in the private practice who are with us here today. I take this opportunity to greet you all in the professional greeting of the legal, that is justice for all. So justice for all is my greeting to you. On behalf of your learned colleagues in the private practice, and on my own behalf, the head of the Bar Association in the Republic of South Sudan, I take this opportunity to congratulate the legal administration for Central Equatoria for the wonderful and great achievement of the day, that is the inauguration of the Center for Building Capacity Building and Conference, which is dedicated in the name of one of our senior elders, late Samuel Lopai. I happen to have experienced some time with late Samuel Lopai through one of his daughters who were our colleague, and we realized the role he was really playing, as just mentioned by Honorable Minister of Justice before his departure. So congratulations, the head of legal administration for Central Equatoria, for this big achievement. And I'm taking this opportunity to urge that the knowledge and the experience which is being put forward by the legal administration of Central Equatoria State should be an exemplary role that will be copied from the center here to all other legal administration in the 10 states, as well as the 3 administrative areas.
And I'm happy to tell you that if not 50%, 6% of legal administrators are my colleagues who are with me in Nidane University in Khartoum, and I happen to know more of the other senior legal administrators here through the cooperation between us in the Ministry of Interior and the Ministry of Justice, because the two of us work together to promote justice. People have been talking about Sabrwani. It is true. I happen to know Sabrwani in 2009, where he was in the Directorate of Training, and that time we were selected to go for training for 9 months, the Ministry of Justice, for drafting contracts, arbitration, and sale of goods. So I happen to know him that time, and most of the colleagues who were there at that time. This center, Honorable Undersecretary, should not be only for the legal administrator. So our work with the legal prosecution are side by side.
نيابة عني ونيابة عن الأسرة بتاع سامويل لوباي، فعلا دي حاجة كانت مفاجأة بالنسبة لي. يعني أنا جيت أجي أحضر بالنسبة للزمالة بتاعتنا والمناسبة الموجودة بوزارة العدل، لكن اتفاجأت بأنه السيد وزير العدل سمى الغاء باسم بتاع الوالد. ففعلا نحن مبسوطين جدا، وإحنا بنقدم الشكر والتقدير لوزارة العدل ولسيد دكتور جبريل أيزر سكرتير وزارة العدل. فدي حاجة ولصبري واني برضو للمجهود الكبير اللي هو قام به.
It's great achievement. Opening up of this center, it is a great milestone towards helping and building the capacity of the justice actors, and especially the prosecutors who are a key actor in administration of justice in South Sudan.
This is one of the processes of developing sharpened tools in the judicial system, and we thank you for such an initiative. We are humbled to just listen to the previous speakers mentioning that this has been done out of the efforts of the people of South Sudan without having to go out with a begging bowl to be assisted. And for this, again, we thank you for that. It shows how much the people of South Sudan are willing to grow from strength to strength and getting to show the ability they have to deal with all the aspects of life in their own country.
And I think this is a very important move. And when I want to say congratulations to the Minister of Justice and Legal Administration of Central Equatoria for this big achievement. Because I'm saying big achievement because from the experience, we as South Sudanese, we don't do things. When you come to the office, you are supposed to do something to add for what is there. But if you can see around yourself, all the infrastructures which are around in the country are built in the last century. New systems are coming up. We have to have initiated this move because South Sudanese went to struggle since 1955. We struggle for what? For better life, for development. But since 2011, when we achieved our independence, what happened? People seem to have forgotten about this struggling and decided to do different things. But congratulations to you in the Central Equatorial Legal Administration to have moved, say that you give us a spirit of starting to build our country. الفنان إيمانويل كيمبل اتكلم عن كلام ده من البداية في أغانيه قال تعالوا نمشي نبني البناء ده وين يا ولد. This is what he was talking about in his songs, but nobody took it serious. فمبروك لك يا فنان، انت نبهتنا بدري عشان ننهض للبناء، لكن ما في زول جاب كبرك إلا صبري في وزارة العدل ياو سمع كلامنا. فمن منبر ده نقول to all South Sudanese, let us avoid that spirit when we come to the office. You get a broken chair and you sit on it instead of bringing a new chair. Let us have that spirit put away and start new spirit of building the country.
Which is very important to us, all of us. This is the first achievement outside the ministry to be attended. For the selection of the leader take time. When Sabri Wani was selected, to be the head of legal administration of Central Equatoria, it took time in the ministry, who will go and represent the ministry in the Central Equatoria for the importance of the Central Equatoria. Central Equatoria is the heart of the capital, representing all the states in one state here. So it needs a special person to go and task for that one. And I think Maulana Sabri, you have done, and you have achieved one of the goals why you are selected to be the head of the legal administration. English said that you make the blood out of the stone. Without resources provided to you by our ministry to do this, you crack your mind, and not everything is a budget. Everybody is excused himself to say that I need a budget to be given to me and to achieve my goals. But you did it. Out of the budget, you make this one to be one of the exemplary. We are proud of it.
I greet all of you. Arab قالوا قال الكلام خشة الحوش. First of all, really I'm glad and honor to attend these inaugurations of a center for the interest and the benefit of rule of law sectors in the Republic of South Sudan. And for me, this is a very good starting, because the knowledge is the first to be acquitted by the legal councils. Really, I'm glad that among us, we have people who can deliver. It's necessary, not all of us, but we have people among us who can deliver. And I will say proudly that all legal counsel in this ministry, I know your capabilities. أنا عارف إيش بيشتغلوا والبلولوا والكسلانين والباقي خلي له الله. But I'm still saying that I'm glad that all of you, most of you, have progressed, including myself. Why I said this, 90% of all of us are Arabic pattern. And within a limit time, bagin shaddu helum or bagin listen I mean. But I would say that most of you have at least improved their English language. وزي ما قال واحد في الجنوب ده لو ما بتعرف انجليزي شهادتك ده تبله وتشرب. And also I advise most of you, الناس النايمين ده, إنه you have no headway. You must improve your language. Almost as a beginning appeals, زي ما قال مولانا ديناشو والله ما بتعرف ذاته ده قرعة جدار ده قرعة زول ده عربي ده رطانة الدينكا ده رطانة شو لقيته ما بتعرف طالع ونازل عشان تراجع الملف كيس ديري you'll be having problem. We need to improve this. This is why Maulana Sabri and his team managed to think wisely. إنه يكون عندنا ظل هنا ساكن. الغلبنا هناك ده قالوا يكون عندنا ظل هنا. So that at least leave alone what the lectures. الحاجة شفنا قبل ساكن ده براو ما is a progress. الميكروفونات واقفة كده والحكاية كده. This is an achievement. ده تطور. This is what we need. We need all people who are assigned as head of legal administration to copy, يعمل copy and paste بتاعنا بتاع الكمبيوتر ده بتاع صبر ده. بعدين في حاجة مهمة جدا ده هشيل قال ما في resources. طبعا انا عارف البيل وقطعه ما في ريسورسز، بل هم عارفين رؤساء الادارات عندهم شنو، ما داير اقولوا رؤساء ادارات عندهم شنو الادينام، والادينام ده صبري managed to utilize it for the welfare of the Minister of Justice. لكن بقية نايمين وباقيين بصحوا بعد 6 شهور. اب 6 شهور ما بطل بيصحى لقدام، بس النايمين فور جود كويس let them wake up. خليه شويه يتحرك. مانجمنت وزاره انتوا شفتونا احنا والله ماشيين بالدافوري but we manage بالادفايس بتاعكم بال being patient the little we have we share it together. ما يخطوا تحت الترابيزه البلغوده let us share it together. Let us show the people that we are managers, we are responsible people, we can do something out of blue. وزارة المالية ده الله يديه العافية. ما في حاجة تتوقعوا from Minister of Finance to Farbaid. غير يقول لك ونحن بس نشكرهم كمان. انت عارف الزول ما ينسوا. المهم نادي ستيفن ده نزل الورقة قدام then we capture the document كمان نحن مسكنا فيها. So we get this document of the president, we manage to have على الأقل. المصيبة إنه زدنا قروشنا حبة والدولار مشى طوالي ضعفه. become a problem. قلنا يوم ده جاي زول أنا قاعد أضرب يا أخي المستشار أبو الحبة الآخر زول ده لو 7,000 اليوم ساكن بوصلوا آخر شهر. لكن هسه 7,000 ده لو قسمنا لآخر زول ده this really will be a problem. فكمان دايرين نجتهد إنه يعني كنا نزيد حقنا كويس اول بعد كده نشوف المتحرين. فاريلي يعني I'm very excited انه يعني legal administration in the Central Equatoria managed to have this all this facility. يعني شوف حتى الحكايه مره انا كان شايف انت عارف النسوان عندكم حاجه بيخطوا فيه عفش ده اسمها شنو؟ لا العفش بنشوفه فيه بيعملوه من شنو؟ من حاجه كده مربع كده نمليه ولا حاجه ثانيه كده، ما نمليه في حاجه ثانيه. ده شفته في شبابيك قبل كده بيجي احسن من نمليه تقيل كده بس ما بدخل حرامي لكن ما حق مكتب. شفته قبل كده هنا كويس. وانا قلت قاعد اقول الكلام ده زمان. احنا لو قلنا زمان صباح الخير ده لما تغسل مويه علينا في ثوره الملكيه لانه بيجوا من البحر، لما تغسل وشك بتغسله في صباح الخير. لما تزرع صباح الخير بتقدر تزرع صباح الخير في المكتب. لو ما بتقدر تزرع من زمان ما بتزرعه الليله. فده مساله بتاع الذوق. حاسه شكلها حلو وجميل وده جهد بدا صبري بالليميت ريسورسز هي هاف. ذا ليميت ريسورسز هي هاف. ما تقولوا في جوبا في ناس كان قاعدوا في المحل ده كويس بهول ريسورسز ده كله كويس بكل الريسورسز ده كويس ما عملوا حاجه. هذا ديفرنت ما عملنا حاجه. but it is good that also ان احنا نتعلم. رؤساء الادارات البقيه ده يفتحوا عينهم زي الريال. وطبعا انا المره اللي فاتت قاعد اقول يا جماعه الحكايه بتاعي الا الربع مش حاسه كم 100% مش ما بخرب بيزول. there is no way. تاني اصله ما في كده ولا نص كده. يا تشتغل دغري تورينا بنسوي في شنو يا احنا هنقول لك انت بتعمل في شنو. Really we have many achievements we have done. I don't want to talk at the level of the minister. جنوب السودان ده بيعرف انه what we are doing. And I told you yesterday what we have done and what we are doing. Lakin we are talking of the level of legal administration, which also most of the legal administration are suffering. It was Amado Center, you are suffering. But I want to tell you also, with the previous visit, I am the minister, your people, the public prosecution officers need also to be supported. يعني الناس ما يشوفون عندنا سنتر حلو هنا ووكيل النيابه قاعد في النيابه كرسي مكسور. ده كمان ده فضيحه. Let us take note of this. عندنا قروش نوظفه لمصلحة المستشاري ولمصلحة وزارة العدل. فبليز I urge you that take care of the public prosecution attorneys and the legal counsel. لو زول ما بياكل يا جماعة ما بيشتغل. لو زول ما بياكل ما بيبقى كلين. أي حاجة وارد. لو عندنا حاجة زول يقعد في محل فيه مروحة شوية كده قلب يبرد ويدوه حاجة كده يخليه عشان ما يمد يده. عشان ما يمد يده. This is very important. And احنا as an institution, as Minister of Justice, and احنا بنقول لكم إنه احنا زي ما قلنا امبارح ده نسابق بعض. And I'm sorry إنه the founder of the ministry, although they are coming from Minister of Justice, but still we did not apply what we get when we are Minister of Justice. قانون وزارة العدل لا يفرق بين المستشار والموظف والوكيل إلا بالوظيفة. لو كنا في وزارة العدل بناخد بدلات والموظفين ما بياخدوا بدلات. ما في حاجة اسمه legal counsel يوم بياخدوا then support staff ما عندهم حاجة. It was completely wrong. كانوا بياخدوا الغفرة والصغار ده بياخدوا يونيفورم كويس بلبسوهم كويس وبياخدوا بدلات. احنا لقينا حاجة ده ما في. احنا ربنا عدانا حاجة زي ما قلنا احنا ننظر كمان انه نحل مشكلة بتاع اخواننا. مسألة بتاع تريننج يا جماعة أنا قاعد أتكلم. Also one of the issues in our pipelines is that we want to activate an LTI. They're in a legal training institute. We want to activate it because also for legal professional and احنا دايرين كمان يكون عندنا quality service so people like Kenya, like Uganda, other country, we are now in the process to activate because it have a law already في قانون بس المبنى ما عندنا. صبري أحمد شنو موضوع الوضع كمان يا حتى وضع بتاع حكومة بشيل محل المعدة نكمو بتاع وزارة العدل. This is a very serious issue but also this is a resource center and احنا ممكن القاعدة we can use it to start that institute for law reform and احنا will start from here and already I have formed a committee working on putting a curriculum for this training institute. عندنا center في رومبيك اسمها customary law center also. We are now working, I form a team working also to also give me a plan because it have no framework فحيكون عندنا قانون ونحن also will activate it because نحن زي ما قلنا يعني العمدة والإيه ده طبعا ده ناسنا who are doing a good job previously until today باقين المهم بيشتغلوا برا ناس السيفل بقطوبة غادي وفي باقين ماشيين في الصف so we need at least to collect our customary law to train our people those that they can apply to all people of South Sudan. طبعا يا جماعة ترقيات انتهى مبروك لكم ولا كيف ترقيات انتهى والوكيل عينه فضل شنو إلا التنقلات. طبعا بين مع بابا قاعد مع الصغير زي وده عمل زمان وده مدير في ملكان قال لا يقعد مدير صحة في الرق كويس قلنا نو طب ما بيجيب بين you must go to ملكان so أنا لا تاخد في راسها ترقيات فيه تنقلات فيه من قنصل جنرال لحد الجايين ديل في أسيسن جايين ورا طبعا أكتر ناس بقاين ده أسيسن الجداد شفت واحد يجي ده يقعد في جوبا كويس تنقل ور يا راجل انت جاي لجوبا ولا انت المفروض أسيسن ده مفروض يودوك انت عارف مش يودوك فالتنقلات جاي وما في اكسبشن شفت التنقلات جاي وكلكم ناس سكندير ما شاء الله ديل تبقوا بوسس في محلات تانية شفتها ما في تاني شفت الواحد يجهز بدله كرافته حتى لو مشيت مدينه ما في ناس تعمل بدله كرافته you have to show them that I'm the head of legal administration ناس ماشي. الحاجة الثانية موضوع النيابات عندنا مشكلة فعلا حاسة قاعد نعاني منها. بعدين اخواننا طبعا ناس استاذ جون ده طبعا ما بقصر البلاغ لسه وكيل النيابه لوكيل وزاره العدل. وكيل وزاره العدل bring the papers. كويس يا جماعه، انت يا سيد الوكيل انت حاجه لسه هناك ان الاداب جو اللي بيجيبوا لك شو ما تقول للزول ده يخدم على الليفل بتاعي. So we have problem في موضوع بتاع الابيل البروسيدير. في السودان عندنا لائحه اسمها لائحه تنظيم النيابات. We have now the director of public prosecution here. I'm going to form a committee to draft this regulation عشان كلنا زاد نعرف حدودنا. كلنا نعرف حدودنا. ما في زول يخرمش في النص. كويس؟ We have a document in our hand. أي زول بعرف الليمت بتاعه عشان ما تبقى مسألة والله يا أخي استئناف الجاء والمحامي ده يقبلوه وحق ده يرجعوه. لا. We need to have a procedure and we are working on this. Also, people will go for training, the public prosecution. But يا هو إلا في حلتنا هنا. لو كنا قادرين نوديكم محل ثاني لكن يا هو ما في طريقة. We'll tell you here. الحاجة الثانية هو يا جماعة شوف انتوا كلام بس حاسين الحكومة ده ما بتجي. احنا we are waiting انه الحكومة يوم بدينا حاجة دايرين نعمل عشاء الحكومة، دايرين نحتفل بالوكيل الحكومة. لا احنا we need to depend ourselves. داير اقول كده ليه؟ لما الناس يعملوا حاجة كويسة الناس داير تحتفل زي ما قال نحتفل هسه. ده هسه حق الحكومة. احنا انا I want all of you وصبري قاعد هنا وبعض المستشارين عملوا لجنة المهية الجاية نقطع من مرتباتنا وحق عيالنا نلم قروش ونعمل حاجة اسمها شنو؟ lunch or dinner of the legal council. مش حلو؟ شباب بعدين ما بزول يقول ما يقطعوا قروشي. بعدين ما حيقطعوا يعني الغنصل 10 والاسيسن 10. لا لا لا. الاسيسن 10 الليجل 20 يعني ضعفوا زي الاسوره. السوره بتاعنا من السوق ده زي سرطان. بس هنعملها كده 10 20 30 40 لحد ما يطلعوا فوق. هيقطعوا كده باللجنه منكم تحددوا محل نعمل عشاء كده شفتها وننادي الناس ستيفن اخواننا دين ونحتفل بالترقيات ده بعد شنو ايزول يشوف دربه تسافر وفي الولايات يجونا. الحاجه الاخيره ان احنا والله يا جماعه ربنا قدرنا لكن الماليه ذاته ما قدرنا. Last year we have a very good budget to implement our programs. This year we obtain a good budget. Also a donor, although ما كافي لكن is reasonable. لو donor we can achieve many things. احنا عارفين في مشاكل بتاع بدلات المستشارين. شوفوا يا جماعه الغدر ده كيف ضربنا البدلات ده كلها $1.6 مليار. قلنا يا اخي الناس زين يا اخي نتخارج منهم انا ده نرقيم نديم بدلات بعد كده نديم ما هي يسكتوا. ناس الماليه we don't have the budget ماشات لحد البيمنت قال يدوكم 3 شهور يدونا ما يدونا. قطعوا من البادجت بتاعنا نقصوا القروش بتاع العربات من 26 عربيه ده نجيبه قالوا لنا البادجت بتاعكم ما بكفي الا 13 عربيه. قلنا له يا خدونا ما بدونا. فعليه ده نقول انه we are very concerned about the right of the legal counsel. احنا حقنا ده ما بنخليه وبنصير نطالب مش الميزانيه قفل. انا وينه ملوك وين؟ فرانسيس وملوك وفالبرتو لازم ميزانيه قفل ولا فتح تجيبوا لنا حقنا. ما دام قطعوا من الميزانيه حقنا تجيبوا لنا حقنا من الناس دي. لازم تجيبوا على الاقل يبدا كمان ده توكن بتاع ناس الخارج به. ف thank you very much مولانا صبري for this يعني achievement. This is achievement of the whole of us as Minister of Justice. ده شغل بتاعنا and let us continue also have this spirit بتاع togetherness شغل بتاع team work and we will achieve many things. ما دايرين ننظم لكن كلامنا برا بيتحدث وإن شاء الله وربنا يوفقنا إنه يعني ننجز الكثير. معلش ما نطيل عليكم، لكن طبعا those are messages we need to send the signal to all of you عشان على الأقل الناس ترتب أحوالها كويس وما يكورقوا الكوراق الأيام اللي فات ده ونشوف كوراق التنقلات. السلام عليكم.
Salam kage, panika salam kage, salam kage, abandonga salam kage, kage mala salam, ya lube salam, manen bila tamam bila muka, pagalona jil, salam da, kiyumi, betalau, dijejil, betalau, aku salamnya, mana boleh salamnya, mama salamnya. Salam kaki, Waalaikumsalam salam kaki, Nyadala salam kaki, aku cium bulung salam kaki. Salam kaki, Imam Ledani, salam kaki, salam kaki, ayam mamu.